by grace, and all my heart is yours. Oh, fear removed, breathe you in and into your life. Oh, your love. Even Paul, when he had a thorn in the flesh, once, twice, 3 times, and this thing can't go can't go back. This goes to God. He says, what am I missing? Tells him, you're too puffed up because of the abundance of revelation. That's why I sent a messenger. But my grace is sufficient for you to keep you under, even though you carry revelation. He couldn't pray the 5th time, because when you pray once, twice, 3 times and you can't find an answer, seek counsel. Don't pray until something happens. So we see that by faith we rout indifference, because we're taught the way of faith, but without full counsel. And the Lord told me that to take a man into a liberty where whatever they ask is available for them, they must understand my counsel full. And I've realized as counsel comes, the greatest gift God will give you is to kill you. Such that you will not ask for whatsoever with a carnal vision. Otherwise, you will ask for it because it's lawful and miss that it could drag you because it's not expedient. Then, this believer who should know this every time is going around Jericho. It's the only thing they know. They're walking around walls to break. You understand what I'm saying? Every year you're walking around Jericho. If you're not walking around Jericho, you are holding onto Jesus' garment. That's all they know. Pray until something happens. No, church, we must come to the spirit of counsel, such that if something is disturbing your body, you can go to God and say, God, what am I missing? What is this? Diagnose it for me. You see, get to a point where you can go to God and say, why isn't my marriage working? Why aren't I conceiving? Why isn't my ministry going forth? Why is this happening in this time? And then the voice of God comes and he tells you, this is why. This is why. One time I got an attack in my stomach. So bad. I prayed the first time, I prayed the second time. I had this thing I said. One night I said, God, what's wrong? The vision of the night, he told me exactly what was wrong. The next day I fixed it. You see, because you hear God. You hear God. But if you don't hear God, you're in trouble. There are people here, you're dealing with 20-year problems, 15-year problems, 16-year issues, 13-year challenges, 12 years, same spirit. It only leaves you for a while and comes back because you're dead to the voice of counsel. And that is why I so want, as I finish, some of you who are submitted to men of God, especially when you know the man you're submitted to hears God. Because I also have people who come and say, Papa, I'm stuck, I prayed, I fasted, what am I missing? You tell them this is what you're missing, and they hear. And they fix it, and they're okay. When you have a man of God who really hears God, and he instructs you, tells you, do this, do that, listen. Some of you don't even have any authority over you. You have no voice of counsel in life. But at least if you can't hear God, look for somebody who hears God and connect to their frequency. Because I've realized by God, Hebrews 13:17 has taught me, even if you hear God, you'll still need somebody in life who hears God. And I'm not talking about hearing God as a gift on a man. I'm talking of hearing God as a consecrated one in the wisdoms of heaven. You see, I can speak because I'm prophetic. That's me hearing God, and I can redeem somebody by grace. But there's also a place of counsel that comes because I know God. You understand? When Isaac was going to speak into the destiny of Jacob and Esau, the Bible says in the New Testament, he spoke on their lives concerning things to come by faith, not by a divine vision. This man had been consecrated in the wisdom and placings or positionings of the Spirit enough that when the time comes to speak into the destinies of his sons, he did not speak as a prophet in the life of Esau. He spoke as a man of faith. The Bible says, by faith, Isaac blessed Jacob and Esau concerning things to come. That a man might not be a prophet, but if they have enough relationship with God, they can by faith speak into your destiny, and everything they have spoken comes to pass. Because he has a relationship with God.